The Chestmate was designed with one purpose: to make it easier than ever before for you to cut any dovetail pattern across any project width. We hope you enjoy using it and see the simplicity and robustness of this new product. To begin, you'll prepare 2 pin and 2 tail boards. Mark the top edge of each with a T and the front face with an F. Also, mark each with pin or tail. Keep in mind, there's no limit to the size of the project using the Chestmate. Next, measure and mark the center line of each dovetail you want to create. Now, you'll make a storyboard to be used in the cutting of the dovetails and pins. Use a board the width of your project and about 10 inches long. Then, transfer the dovetail centerline marks from your project board to the storyboard. Next, use your table saw to rip a 1/8 inch wide by 3/8 inch deep groove at each dovetail location on the storyboard. Mark the top edge of the storyboard in 3 locations with a T. This will allow you to keep the proper orientation of the curves following the next step. Now, cross-cut the board into 3 equal pieces. One will be used for the pins, one for the tails, and the third is a spare. Finally, attach a small washer to the end of each piece using a screw. Allow the washer to overhang the edge of the storyboard by about 1/4 inch. This will act as a stop locator. The next step is to create the tailboards. With a supplied tail insert installed in the Chestmate, mount your first tailboard securely in a bench vise. You'll be working from the back side of each piece, so be sure the front of the board is facing away from you. Now, place the storyboard on the front of the project piece with a washer against the side labeled top. With the Chestmate installed over the end of the workpiece, slide a scrap piece of wood about 6 inches long and 2 inches wide underneath and secure it to the Chestmate through the 2 mounting holes on top of the jig. This will keep the clamps from damaging your workpiece and will act as tear-out protection on the back. Using a 6-inch base router, install a 5/8 inch diameter follower bushing and a 7 or 14-degree dovetail cutter. Adjust the height to 1 inch and 5/16. On the underside of the Chestmate, you'll see a 1/8 inch tapered tab which will slide into each of the 1/8 inch curves you cut into the storyboard. You'll see that the dovetail bit will cut slightly into your storyboard. This will help eliminate splintering on your workpiece. Repeat this process for each slot on both tailboards. Next, it's time to cut the pins. Exchange the tail insert for the pin insert. Then, swap your dovetail bit for a straight 5/16 inch cutter. Set the depth again to 1 inch and 5/16. Make a test pin on a scrap piece of wood to ensure the fit is correct in the tail. If it's not just right, use the micro adjustment set screws on top of the insert to fine-tune. Once the adjustment is correct, you can cut the rest of the pins on your workpieces. Again, you'll see the router bit cut slightly into the storyboard, and again, this reduces splintering on your work. Also note that if your dovetails are spaced more than 1 inch apart, you'll need to remove excess material from between the pins. To do this, remove the pin insert and leave the center of the 2 base plates empty. Use some scrap stock in place of your indexing storyboard and backup board. Clamp the jig in place and remove the unwanted material. We hope you enjoy the Chestmate and recognize the simplicity and robustness of this product. Use it once and you'll most likely put the directions away forever.